blocked. Kroger's bid to buy Albertsons to create a mega grocery store was stymied by two judges this week who agreed with the Federal Trade Commission's assessment that it would be a bad deal for consumers and workers. A hearing a few months ago revealed how executives at Kroger arbitrarily raised prices above inflation in order to maximize profits, undermining a key argument made by the companies that their $25 billion merger would mean lower prices for consumers. First, it was Judge Marshall Ferguson in Seattle who blocked the merger in Washington state, ruling that, quote, the state has proven its prima facie case showing that, by any plausible measure, the proposed merger will so increase market concentration in Washington's markets that the merger is presumptively anti-competitive. Defendants have failed to rebut these likely anti-competitive effects. Earlier in the day, a federal judge in Oregon also ruled against the grocers, placing an injunction on the merger until antitrust regulators can complete their work. Reacting to the news, the director of the FTC's Bureau of Competition, Henry Liu, said, quote, this historic win protects millions of Americans across the country from higher prices for essential groceries, from milk to bread to eggs, ultimately allowing consumers to keep more money in their pockets. This victory has a direct, tangible impact on the lives of millions of Americans who shop at Kroger or Albertsons-owned grocery stores for their everyday needs. This is also a victory for thousands of hardworking union employees, protecting their hard-earned paychecks by ensuring Kroger and Albertsons continue to compete for workers through higher wages, better benefits, and improved working conditions. The rulings don't permanently kill the merger, but do put it in jeopardy. And they also show that there's still an appetite in the judiciary for trust busting, despite that branch of government increasingly falling under corporate capture. And finally, this is another feather in the cap for FTC Chair Lina Khan, who has used her office to aggressively pursue corporate power and anti-competitive practices, taking on behemoths like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon, which is probably why Republicans want her ousted as soon as Trump moves into the White House. The president-elect is planning to dismiss the half dozen or so actual Republican populists that exist and remove Khan from her post. And he nominated Andrew Ferguson to lead the agency. Ferguson already sits on the FTC as a minority member. Unlike Khan, Ferguson previously worked as a corporate lawyer, defending firms from antitrust litigation. He has promised to roll back a lot of Khan's work, except when it comes to social media companies, where he's pledged to increase regulation to cut down on censorship and bias. Ferguson said on Twitter, quote, at the FTC, we will end big tech's vendetta against competition and free speech. Yeah, this is a major initiative by the right. Ever since some of their cranks got kicked off social media for spreading lies about COVID or reciting the 14 words over and over again. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, if you want to see Means Morning News in its complete form, not just the clips we post here, head on over to Means TV and get access to all our new episodes and our entire backlog, plus tons of other great movies and original TV shows.